Hello and welcome to MHCET 5-Year Law Entrance Exam Analysis 2019. MHCET Law exam was conducted on 21st April 2019. This is common admission test for many law colleges running across Maharashtra. Students compete for more than 10,000 seats. It is an online examination comprising of 150 questions to be solved in 120 minutes. All questions carry equal weightage. You get +1 for every correct answer and there is no negative marking. MHCET entrance exam is divided in 5 sections. Logical reasoning containing 40 questions, basic maths 10 questions, legal reasoning 40 questions, general knowledge 30 questions and verbal ability and reading comprehension 30 questions. Moving on to sectional analysis. Legal aptitude and legal reasoning section. This year's MHCET Law was pretty much on expected lines and was restfully handled by students who have practiced principle-based questions well. Students who also appeared for MHCET 2018 must have felt deja vu while attempting this paper. With the exception of Constitution, almost all expected subject areas of legal aptitude were evenly tested. A very noticeable point about this section, all the questions were principle based and mostly one-liners. Just like MHCET 2017, questions based on legal knowledge were not asked at all. 10 questions from criminal law, 13 from law of torts, 9 from law of contracts, 2 from international law and 1 from Constitution of India and 5 from miscellaneous areas. Overall, the legal aptitude was easy and a good number of genuine attempts would be 33 plus and a score of 30 would be considered a good score. Ideal time should be around 30 to 35 minutes. General knowledge section. This section contains 30 questions. GK section was an even mix of current affairs and static questions. The questions were well worded with no ambiguity. The current affairs questions pertain to days and dates, awards and recognitions, places in news, international news, and government schemes. In the static GK part, questions were asked from history, geography, polity, and international organization, among other areas. The highlight of this section was the absence of some highly expected questions like landmark judgments by Supreme Court and important constitutional amendments. All in all, this section can be categorized as easy to moderate. Ideal time to be spent should be around 10 minutes, ideal attempts 25 plus, and ideal score 22. Logical reasoning section. This section comprises of 40 questions. The section was heavily biased towards puzzles with almost 60% questions from that topic. There were in total 5 puzzles containing 24 questions from them. One set was of arrangement in which 10 people were sitting in a row and some of them were facing south, others facing north. Another set was again related to matching in which 7 people eating 7 fruits from 7 departments was to be matched. 2 sets on heights comparison and other one of 8 floor and 8 people were doable. Students found the rest of the puzzles difficult and time consuming. 4 questions came from coding decoding of doable difficulty level. Statement conclusion and syllogism had 3 questions each. Blood relations and critical reasoning had 2 questions each. Overall, students needed to select their questions properly, especially the puzzles. The section can be categorized as a difficult one this year. Ideal time to be allotted should be 30 minutes, ideal attempt 22 plus, and ideal score 19 plus. Verbal ability section. This section comprises of 30 questions. As expected, there was a spread of questions of all types with a few unexpected inclusions. There were 3 vocab-based sentence completion questions, 2 RCs covering around 15 questions, 3 questions on spell check, 2-3 questions on grammar, 3 questions on idioms and phrases, 2 to 3 questions on phrasal verbs, and 5 on sentence rearrangement. There was a good focus given to RC this time with 15 questions spread over 2 RC passages. One RC was based on artificial intelligence used for self-driving cars. It was approximately 400 words. The other one was based on lawyer's profession in the contemporary times and the use of technology in this profession. This one was approximately 550 words. There were 3 vocab based questions in the form of fill in the blanks, There were 3 questions on correct use of phrasal verbs in the format of underlined phrase replacement, 3 on use of idioms and phrases, 3 questions on spotting the error in a single fragmented sentence, and 3 questions were tested on the spelling errors in sentences, and 5 questions based on sentence rearrangement with options. Overall, this section was easy. Ideal time should be 25 to 30 minutes. Ideal attempt plus and ideal score 24 plus. Mathematics section. This section comprises of 10 questions. All the questions in this section were from arithmetic. Areas tested were simple interest, compound interest, time, speed, distance, allegation, mixture, profit loss, average, and mensuration. Overall, the section was of moderate difficulty level. If a student could manage his time properly, she must have scored around 6 marks in this section. Ideal time should be 10 minutes, ideal attempt 8 plus, and ideal score 6 plus. Overall, MHCET this year threw a couple of surprises in the area of reasoning section in the form of unusually lengthy puzzles and arrangements. Parajumbles in verbal section were asked with option as opposed to without, which was the case last year. Other than that, no particular surprises. Conduction was smooth across the centers of Mumbai and students didn't have to face any problem of equipment failure or such. The level of paper in all sections resembled that of our mock test and for the most part passed the papers. As there was no negative marking, a lot of students would have attempted all questions. The suggested good attempt and good score are the net genuine attempts and scores obtained from it. Thank you so much for listening patiently. All the best for your results. Have a nice day.